Hi guys, it's Annette and Jacob. Happy 2024. Happy New Year's. Isn't he the cutest? Aren't you the cutest? If you saw my last video, then, well, my last few videos, then you know for 2023, I've been struggling with breaking a lot of bad habits and making and keeping a lot of my new healthy, good habits. So I wanted to do something creative, something time consuming. So I painted a bunch of little wooden balls and glued it to a cheap mirror. Does everyone have one of those old Walmart cheap mirrors laying around that are like 15, 20 bucks? Well, I do, and I'm sick of looking at it. I usually keep it in my closet, but I wanted to spruce it up a little bit. So I put some painter's tape on it, and right before I decided to wash it really well, the mirror itself, and I wanted to wash the wood as best as I could. And then I decided to paint it this mustard color. It's called King's Gold. Coats of this acrylic paint you could pick up at any hobby store would work. My plan was to make this mirror like a 60s, 70s vibe. So I wanted to paint wooden balls and glue them around the mirror. So my plan was, of course, I was going to incorporate green because green is my favorite color. But the green that I wanted to use wasn't giving me the 70s vibe I wanted. I ended up adding that King's Gold to give it like a more olive vibe, so it does match that 60s, 70s color. I've had these clips lying around forever for my plants if you want a plant to vine up like a shelf or your wall, and they were perfect to secure the wooden balls. But they really get stuck on there. So I learned from that after this one and put them more off to the side so they're just easier to pop up. Because I had to get like a knife and pop them off. It was really difficult. As you can see here, if you put them off to the side, then you can just pop them off when they're dried. But you also have to paint them multiple times. So I did 4 colors: green, pink, orange, and by the time I got to yellow, I was smart enough to realize you could put 4 on one and then let them dry. I painted them about 3 times each. You can find these wooden balls at your local craft store, but they're pretty expensive there. They're about like $6 for 6 of them, but you need just about under 200 depending on the size you're using. So it's better to get them on Amazon like I did. It was like $6 for 100, so I got 2 bags. I used 4 different colors, but you can use how many colors you want. You can use tons of colors, you can use 2 colors. It's up to you. And I did a pattern. I kept to a certain pattern, but you can, you don't have to keep a pattern. It does look cool when some colors are next to each other and it's kind of chaotic. It has its own unique art in that too. I kind of wish I might have mixed them up a little bit more, but it's really up to you how you want to place them. I ended up having to paint some more balls, but okay, so I didn't want to do the math. So at first I only painted about like 25 of each individual color, and then this time I painted about 20, so I'm hoping that would be able to finish it. I also put some cardboard down with some painter's tape because later on we're gonna spray it when we're all done. I'm not really proud of this one. It's not the prettiest. I don't like how it turned out, but you could do this with any color. Like if you're doing like a teenager's room or, your own living room or whatever, you just pick the colors. It could be like 2 colors, 3 colors, 4 colors, 5 colors, doesn't matter. And I just needed something to do, something creative to keep. I quit smoking. If you saw my last video, in 2023, I wanted to quit smoking. And I started a bunch of good habits and I quit a bunch of bad habits. So I kind of just needed something creative to focus on. I guess this part of the video will be like kind of like a New Year's intention chit-chat. If you know me, I love like self-help books. I'm the self-help book queen. And at the end of every year, I like to get on like book TikTok or book YouTube and see what books everyone liked for the year. And then, you do the hard work for me, and then I'll look at the reviews and then I'll read those books. It's usually only self-help books. I don't care about fictional books. So on Book Talk, I found out that Atomic Habits by James Clear is like very popular. Everyone's giving it 5 stars. They're calling it the best self-help book ever. I'm almost done with it. I have an hour left. I already did 5 hours. It's probably about a 6-hour long book. If you're listening to it on Spotify for free, not sponsored. I don't think it's the best self-help book. I think it's very good. I'm enjoying it so far. I do think I am going to buy it, so there's like workbooks in it that might be helpful and to actually see it in front of you. But I think the people saying that never read a self-help book. But what I find so peculiar about it is everything I said in my last video, this book has in it. So like I'm quitting a lot of bad habits like smoking. And I was talking about, you know, you're missing that dopamine hit. We give ourselves like all these instant gratifications. Oh, I did something good. I'm going to have a coffee. Oh, I did something good. I'm going to have a donut. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to have a cigarette. I'm going to have a beverage. You know, we just do this so we get this quick hit of dopamine and we think that makes us happy because it's the happy chemical in our body and our brain kind of thing. And if you know, I've been counting my calories, trying to eat right, add more fiber to my diet, add more potassium, do all that old lady shit we're supposed to start doing when we get old. So I'm starting off doing that and I'm working out. So I'm listening to this book as I'm making this to keep my mind focused on something because I want to get my joy back. I'm a very creative person. I love to draw, paint. This isn't very creative, but you know, I'm starting small. I haven't even started this project yet. I was supposed to do this as I talk to you guys. The James in the book talks about everything I talked about in my last video. Everything that I said in my last video, it's all about cravings and rewards we give ourselves. But then he goes over how you want to turn into the person who likes your new habits. Like if you're gonna go to the gym, obviously like have all your gym workout and everything prepped the next day. If you want to start reading, maybe put, you know, the book on your pillow before you know, when you make your bed. So when you go to bed, the book's there for you to start reading it kind of thing. Like just, you know, how to become the new personality, because you have to be, your personality has to change and your personality is your ego. I'm going to the gym now and I hate it, but I need to become one of the people that love it. So I have to become a gym person. I'm not doing the leggings though. I did go to the Goodwill and I got me a few leggings because I'm not going to pay full price for leggings because I just think they're so unattractive, uncomfortable. So it's been a fun read so far. Okay, guys, I know this looks like shit. I know there was probably a better way to do this, and I didn't do it, okay? Wait, I messed up here. You're supposed to be... Like, he says, when someone says, oh, I'm so bad at math, anyone can do math. Or if someone says, oh, I'm not a morning person, anyone could be... I used to say that all the time, but now I'm a freaking morning person. So yeah, it just goes over like how to get excited with new stuff, how to let go of old things. It's exactly what I need this time of year. So I'm just gonna finish laying all these down. I'll let it dry for a day or two, make sure it's nice and dry. And then I think last we'll just like spray it all down and I'll see you then. So it was raining yesterday, so I couldn't spray it because I'm going to spray it outside, but it looks nice and sunny today, but it's still pretty freaking cold. Oh, you know those boxes in the background that were in the background of the video, the clip you just saw a second ago? Well, I'm going to donate a bunch of stuff to Goodwill because I got new stuff for Christmas for the kitchen, like cups and glassware and stuff. And then I got new clothes. So I got a box of clothes, a box of kitchenware. So it feels good for the new year to clear out some stuff. But let's go and spray this down now. I ended up spraying it twice, but here it is. It's actually like cuter than I thought it was going to be because like at first I'm like, retreat. This is a bad idea. But I mean, it's kind of my vibe. It's like stoner, like fun aunt, fun tacky aunt. Anytime I make something, I'm like, how can we make it tacky? I know this project wasn't very intricate and like very like unique or very creative. It's kind of elementary and simple, but I just needed something, a little time consuming, something a little that I could put just a little bit of creativity in it so I can get into like a meditated state to think about the new year. And I think it definitely served its purpose. I'm in a better mood about 2024. I think everybody like vibes are pretty high about the new year. The last few years since COVID have been kind of weird and depressing, but I think like it's in the air that everyone is like excited for changes in 2024. It's like we're back to positive changes with them ourselves and like evolving. It's like it's trendy again to like not be an asshole. I'm so excited. I feel like the pendulum is swinging back to just, it just feels better to be like a good person. Like, let's say you're rude to someone every day, or you always have a chip on your shoulder because you think you're tough and stuff. Well, that makes you feel like crap, and it makes everyone around you feel like crap. But if you're nice to everyone, then you're always in a good mood, and everyone you come in contact with is in a good mood. I think this is the year we start improving ourselves. I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be a positive year for all of us. If you have any positive changes you're making this year, you could go ahead. If you feel comfortable, let me know in the comments, or any plans like vacations or, I don't know, graduations, anything. But if you like this one, please give it a like. Please subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one.